Now, our entrepreneur this week makes fene snacks or jackfruit snacks. Let's take a look.
Come up with a product of dried jackfruit as a snack. It's an enjoyable, healthy and nutritious snack. We were inspired to make this product because we observed there was a lot of fruit wastage, particularly jackfruit, not only in our local markets, but also in our homes. What happens when this fruit that you have bought becomes overripe? Many people leave it uneaten, and in the markets it is unbought. It becomes fruit waste. So my team and I decided to come up with a way to process this fruit, which would have been waste, into a healthy snack that we can all enjoy. We do not have any additives in this product, yet because it is dried with minimal heat treatment, its shelf life is extended by up to 3 months. And with a lot of studies and making the process precise, we're sure that the shelf life can extend up to 6 months. By doing so, we're sure that our students, for example, maybe students from all the way up from primary up to university, can enjoy a snack that is healthy and does not have, and only improves their health, not declining it, as many artificial snacks on the market. We have experimented, like we said, we are young, with other fruits, so far pineapple, and we realized that it's very feasible.
We are majorly targeting the local community as our major market. Those include the mothers, the school-going kids, and all those that wish to have a healthy snack at their disposal. And we majorly source our raw material from the local markets such as Kalere, Nakasero, and other markets like Kawempe Market at Kubiri. In the future, we hope to increase our production, whereby we shall be sourcing from the local farmers directly.
We've basically tried to develop a recipe for our product, to know the steps to go through in order to have our products. We've tried to take part in the exhibitions near Makerere University in order to test the people's ideas about our product. For the future plans, we have great desire of upscaling the product such that we have bulk production. And the challenges I can say we are facing currently is we have little funds in order to do bulk processing, bulk production of our products, and some people are not aware about the product. So we find it hard for us, like for them maybe, to buy the product, but it's one of the issues we are working on, and we are working on it by reaching many markets and informing them about the product. Still on the future plans, we are seeking for partnerships with stakeholders like UNBS, partnering with the market people, the people who bring the products to the market, the raw material to the market, and the farmers at large. We are bridging an employment gap whereby the farmers will be able to sell to us their raw material, and the market vendors at large. And even apart from that, with process upscaling, when you happen to upscale our products, we will have more jobs available. This can be an industry whereby other engineers will be able to come and work, the food scientists will come and work, such that we achieve product on market.
Now, since 2022, the oil and gas sector in Uganda has attracted around $7 billion. That's according to numbers. And truth be told, this is one of the single biggest economic activity happening within Uganda's economy. Now, it's very important to anyone who's looking for opportunity to see how they can take advantage of the opportunities that the oil and gas sector presents. We share with you tips on how you can actually be part of this process.
The government of Uganda has made provision for such companies. The first advice that we would give such companies is to please register with the National Supplier Database. This is a database through which all local goods and services can register and therefore express their interest in participating in the oil and gas sector. It allows for a situation where oil companies who are coming into Uganda can start to look and understand the availability of goods and services in Uganda. This supplier database is hosted by our sister institution, the Petroleum Authority of Uganda, and is alongside another database called the National Oil and Gas Talent Register, also hosted by the Petroleum Authority of Uganda. Through these databases, it is important for Ugandans to make themselves available and to register their interest in participating in the oil and gas sector. We are talking about a $15 billion investment in Uganda. And if we expect about 35 to 40% of this remaining local goods and services, that is a lot of money. And so this is an opportunity for local companies to establish themselves and grow the services that they are providing. We also know that within this industry, through the policies of government and the oil and gas companies, there is a significant amount of training and development, both in the skilled sector and in the semi-skilled and basic sector. We believe these skills will be transferable to other sectors of Uganda, from agriculture to engineering, transportation, and all other sectors of Uganda. So we expect that this investment is going to result in significant growth, both in the GDP of Uganda and also in the job creation of Uganda and the skill set of Uganda.
It is a known fact that after years of usage, Ugandan soils have started losing their fertility. Now, today, if you have ambitions of investing in a large-scale agricultural project, it is important, according to experts, that you invest in soil testing. Now, there's an innovator who has come up with an equipment that can help you do soil testing easily to find out the attributes of your soils.
So growing up in Uganda, we all know agriculture is a very important sector now for both our economy and the livelihoods of different people. We've been able to observe that there has been an increasing decline in the soil fertility, and this has compelled many farmers to use inorganic fertilizers to increase productivity. However, most farmers buy fertilizer as advised on the local market, and even when they're applying it, the quantities they use, it's not something that's informed based on what is present in their soil. And this has caused a lot of problems to do with their yields. It's also caused a number of environmental issues, especially soil and water contamination. So it's because of that that we came up with an innovation, the Agrometer, which is an NPK-based and also soil moisture-based testing device. It's able to detect the soil moisture content and also the NPK values in the farmer's field. And this helps them to inform what type of fertilizer they buy and also what amounts they apply to their fields. Soil testing particularly is expensive, and oftentimes it's only in the urban areas. So we came up with this handheld device where a farmer is able to test their soil there and then at their farm without having to travel. And it's something that is not expensive to use. So they're able to know what exactly their soil needs in terms of the fertilizers. So the next time a farmer has to go buy these fertilizers, it's actually an informed decision. As you can see, it has a screen, then it has these buttons, and then there's this sensor probe. So this is what the farmer takes and inserts into the soil. What you do is you insert it near the root zone of the plant. And then here on your screen, you're going to get feedback of what's happening in your soil. On this sensor, they show you that it takes moisture, it takes pH, it takes nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium readings. So for us, what we're using it for is for only moisture and NPK. That's nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. So when you put it there in the soil, it's going to give you feedback. You're going to see how moist your soil is, then you're going to see what percentage of nitrogen you have, what percentage of potassium and phosphorus.
We also want to integrate the system of calculating. So if it has detected that this is the percentage of nitrogen, this is how much phosphorus is there, how much potassium, we want in the database to compare. If you are talking about, for example, a maize crop, we know that maize crop probably wants 100 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare. But if we have already in the root zone maybe 50, that means we need to add the other. But this information is always not there, the farmer. Also in terms of moisture, we want to sort of detect and say if it is falling below below the requirement of a crop, then it should send information that you need to add water. You need to irrigate if it is not going to rain, so for example, in the next 2 or so days. So this is the idea. So in brief, we have the soil moisture sensor integrated with nutrient sensor and then packaged into a system that also has what we are calling a fertilizer application rate calculator. So it is that calculator that now puts things together and then communicates to the farmer.
This project started earlier this year and we were given funds by MACRIF, that's Macquarie University Research and Innovations Fund. And then we collaborated with the Department of Agriculture Production and the Department of Agriculture and Biosystems Engineering to implement it. We've done tests on small scale and on large scale. We've done some tests at Kabanyoro. That's where most of our projects go to be tested to see if they work. And then we've also tested with some farmers to verify that we are not the only ones that are using the thing and it's not only working for us.
The materials used to make this mark agrometer are sourced locally on the Ugandan market. Apart from this NPK probe that we usually have to import, and it becomes the most expensive item on this entire kit. So we've had a few challenges, especially with limited funding, because from our few community outreaches, a number of farmers have actually requested to have this device. But we've had challenges with mass production in order to meet the demand out there. And also, one of our future prospects for this innovation is that we have a shift from having a manual user guide to a phone application that would be able to take data that is read from this sensor, integrate it with data from about the different crops that the farmer has and the growth stages, and give the farmer an overall decision right there on their mobile phone on where to source the fertilizer from, in what quantity.
Well, that's all we had for you on this week's edition of Man and Market. Thank you for being part of the show. Now, from me and team, again, we'd like to encourage you to keep following us on our digitals. There's a lot happening there. These and more stories can actually be found there. And like we always say, businesses are going constant, so let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, have a good evening.